Hello everyone. Welcome to our demonstration video for the Smart Library Book Borrowing and Management System. This project was created by Group 01 under the subject ICT 222-2 at Uva Wellassa University. Our system is designed to make library book borrowing and management easier, faster, and smarter. It helps users borrow and return books efficiently and helps librarians manage records without any trouble. Supervised by Mr. W.M.C.J.T. Kithelwata and Ms. U.W.H.K.U. Uggoda, this project shows how technology can improve library services in a modern way. Let's begin the demonstration.
First, we start by turning on our local server. This is our main interface. To move forward, we need to log in. At the top left corner, we can see the navigation bar. On the right side, there are two buttons, the Login button and the Register button. In the navigation bar, we currently have the Home page and the Borrow Books section. Next, we also have the About Us and Contact Us sections in order. When we talk about the database, the name of our database is LBBMS. In this database, we have several tables. The staff table contains all the details about the staff members. The student table stores the information related to the students. In addition, the book record table includes details about the borrowed books. And the reserve record table keeps the information about the books that have been reserved. First, a user needs to register in order to get access to the system. For registration, the user has to provide the required details. After completing the registration, the user can log in by entering their enrollment number and password. When logging in, the user must agree to the privacy policy. Here we can see the details of the privacy policy shown in this section. Next, to log in as a staff member or an admin, the librarian must first manually add their details to the database. After that, each admin will be given a user ID and a temporary password. Using those, they can log in as a staff member. For this login process, the same login form used by students can also be used by staff members.
After logging in, staff members can change their password if they want to.
In the same way, a student can also update their personal details. They can also change their password if needed. After making the changes, they can check and confirm that their information has been successfully updated. After making those changes, the student can go to their dashboard. In the dashboard, the student can see the details of the books they have borrowed and also the books they have reserved. After logging in, the student can see the navigation bar at the top left corner, just like before. They can also view their profile details at the top right corner. The only change in the navigation bar is the Borrow Books section. Here, books are organized by different categories, and students can browse them category by category. They can also check the status of each book. Available means the book can be borrowed immediately by the student.
Not available means the book has already been borrowed by someone else, but it can be reserved. The student can borrow it once the previous borrower returns it. Currently unavailable means the book is already borrowed or reserved, so it cannot be borrowed or reserved at the moment.
The details of the reserved books are stored in the book record table in the database. Information specific to the reserved books is also included in the reserve record table.
A student can borrow or reserve up to 2 books at a time. They cannot borrow or reserve more than 2 books at the same time. After a student borrows a book, they need to physically go to the library to collect it. The library staff will deliver the book to the student. The book must be returned within 14 days. If it is not returned on time, a fine will be applied. The student can see the details of the borrowed or reserved books in their dashboard. If needed, the student can also cancel any borrowed or reserved books. In the same way, the library staff can manage pending, delivered, and returned books.
To explain this clearly, let's manually change the return date of a book in the database. After that, we can see how a fine is applied. The fine is calculated based on the number of days the book is overdue. When a student comes to return a book, if it is late, they must pay the fine first. Once the fine is paid, the book can be collected. This transaction is then recorded in the database and also reflected in the history. A student can borrow up to 2 books at a time. To borrow more, they must either return the previously borrowed books or cancel the relevant borrow request. The student can search for a book using the author's name or the book title. The status of the books is shown with colors. Available books are green. Not available books are yellow. Currently unavailable books are red. By clicking on a book, the student can view its details, borrow it, or reserve it. The most important point is that a book becomes available to another student only after the previous borrower returns it or the borrow request is canceled. Once the book is available, the student can borrow it.
Next, a staff member can add a new book to the system. They need to provide the book details, and then the book will be added. The staff can also update the details of a book later if needed. The most important rule is that a book can only be deleted if no student has borrowed or reserved it. If the book has been borrowed or reserved, it must first be returned or canceled before it can be deleted.